Do you feel like you're trapped by this device? Sometimes you just want to go on to do one tiny thing and you find yourself endlessly scrolling. Maybe it's become your before bed habit, or even the first thing you do when you wake up. Don't worry, it's really normal and we all do it. Today I've got something to help you. Hi! For those of you who don't know me, I'm Claire, and I help people to get out of their minds and into their bodies. And today's practice has been designed to help you transition away from the distraction of screens and social media and move into a place of being present, connected to the moment and stillness. All you need is some kind of soft surface or a yoga mat, whatever you have at home. Let's get to it. So let's get started. Our first pose is going to be child's pose. So we want to take the knees out wide, wider than hip distance if possible, maybe as wide as the mat. Sitting back onto our heels and gently bringing ourselves down, connecting ourselves down to the mat. Forehead resting down. Feeling everything connected to the mat here. And just noticing your breathing. Letting any tension melt away on the exhale. And the inhale just grounding you into the present moment. If you haven't done a Yin Yoga practice, we hold the poses for a longer period of time, allowing our muscles to really relax so that we can stretch out those deep connective tissues. As we're in this first pose, maybe just repeating it to yourself. I surrender into stillness. So usual throughout the day-to-day lives, the busy lives that we have now, that we want to be in control of everything. We want to constantly be doing, acting. And it's so rare that we allow ourselves to be still, to surrender into the process, surrender into the void. Few more breaths here. Whenever you're ready, moving really slowly and really mindfully throughout this Yin practice. Just walking our hands back up to meet our body. Rolling over to one side so that we can take the legs out in front of us. Sitting up nice and straight, feeling that length in the spine, feeling grounded down in the sit bones. Relaxing the legs here, the toes can fall outwards. On an inhale, sending the energy up to the sky. And exhale, we just want to forward fold over our legs. Keeping everything really soft here. We don't want any tension in the body. Yin is not about reaching the alignment in the pose. It's completely about surrendering and listening to your body. Each of our bodies is so different. Each of our minds is so different. So let's embrace that. Notice what you need today. Focus on yourself right here, right now, in this present moment. And don't worry if your mind wanders to your to-do list, to thoughts and feelings from the past.
worries about the future. It's normal, we're all human. But just try to calm back to the breath if that happens. Allowing yourself to be deeply connected to what's going on in your body. Giving the mind a focus. A few more breaths here. Gently lifting yourself back up, calming into that seated position. Let's bend our knees into our chest, wrapping our arms around ourselves, just bringing ourselves in for a little hug here. Whenever you're ready, releasing that hug. Rolling over, coming up to our all fours position. Just pausing here, allowing the spine to decompress after that forward fold. Let's take some gentle cats and cows, just inhaling ever so slowly. Gaze goes up. Exhaling, rounding everything back in. Inhaling, gazing up. And exhale to round. Walking our hands forwards, coming to lie down onto our stomach as we enter our Sphinx Pose. Now if you feel any tension in your lower back, just widen your feet apart. So a little bit wider than hip distance here maybe. Planting the palms down into the earth, pushing down into the forearms. Lifting the chest, opening up across the heart space, closing down the eyes here, just allowing yourself to go inwards. Maybe telling yourself, I am present in this moment. I am present in this moment. I am present in this moment. Notice what those words mean to you. Maybe it's been a while since you felt truly present in any moment. Maybe there's some resistance, some guilt, not being able to do anything, just simply being. Nothing is right or wrong. Just start to become aware. Keeping those shoulders down, relaxed away from the ears. Knowing that it's okay to feel a little bit uncomfortable. We never want any pain in yoga. But discomfort just shows us some areas that maybe we need to work on. And yin is so much more than the physical poses. It's much more of a mental game. Training the mind to be okay in the silence, in the stillness. One more breath here. And very slowly releasing yourself down to the mat. Relaxing those arms down by the side of the body. Forehead comes to touch the mat. Just resetting here after that little heart opener we did. Moving on, we can take our hands back to the side of the body, just helping ourselves to roll over onto the back. Coming lie onto the mat or the soft surface, whatever you're using today. Let's take the knees out wide, bring the soles of the feet to touch, maybe the toes touch as well. Relaxing the hands down, they can just rest on top of the inner thighs or down onto the ground, whatever feels more comfortable for you today. As we come into our reclined butterfly pose. Embracing the time to stop, to be here, to be in this moment together. To stop controlling and just to let go, surrender everything. A few more breaths here. Releasing any last tension that maybe you're holding on to. With your eyes still closed, making sure your attention remains inwards. Let's just gently straighten out the legs, letting the toes fall to the side, relaxing the arms down by the sides of the body, palms facing upwards as a sign of surrender. As we come into the final resting pose, Savasana. Feeling the body melting down into the ground below you. Maybe taking the awareness back to the breath. Maybe noticing if it's changed. Remember, there is nothing else you need to do and nowhere else you need to be. Embrace the present moment we're in right now. Is your power. And if you have time, just stay here as long as you possibly can. For those of you that maybe have to move on, gently start to wiggle the fingers. Maybe rock the head from side to side, making small movements with the body, just starting to bring yourself back into the space around you. Bending in one knee and then the other. Let's take another hug, thanking ourselves for this time today. Letting the knees fall down to one side. Just taking a pause here before we lift ourselves back up into your comfortable seated or kneeling position. Maybe keeping the eyes closed just to hold on to the last final moments of today's practice.
bringing our palms together, taking the thumb up to the space in between our eyebrows on our forehead for pure thoughts. Our thumb comes down to our lips for honest words. And then our thumb comes to rest onto our heart center for kind actions. Bowing our head is a sign of gratitude. So there we have it, beautiful yin practice that you really can do at any time of the day. Hopefully you feel a difference. Maybe you're feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit more connected, and able to be a bit more present in your day-to-day life. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, then get involved in my free 5-day digital detox challenge. Comment detox in the comments below if you're interested. Otherwise, make sure you like this video and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. Until then, I hope to see you again very soon. Goodbye.